it makes you feel any better, Phillies fans feel any better, the Dodgers have said countless times now that the Phillies were the team they were the most worried about.
Oh, God, I don't want to hear that. I mean,
That's what they said.
What a friggin' joke that is.
Philly pride insists that's all. Andrew Rappin and Wild Bulls. Together they talk sports and dreams. Right behind the scenes. It seems. Phillies and Wild. Hear the call. Who's the greatest? Who will fall with this rivalry? Loud and clear. Join the chat. It's time to cheer. Sports and culture all in one. Catch the fire, feel the fun. Andrew Sistat, glad unite. Philly and Y in the spotlight.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 100. We are previewing the 2026 Philadelphia Phillies. Sistat convinced me I had to wear a Phillies jersey. We are in person. We were in person for the Mets preview. We're in person for the Phillies preview. We actually just recorded the Mets one. Everyone check it out on our YouTube and Spotify pages. Again, nice to be in person. It's much more fun like this.
Yes. We have reached the century mark. I did not convince you that you needed to wear that jersey.
I begged.
I
begged.
Pretty much begged me to do it. You have switched from being a Yankees fan and you have joined the Phillies.
Well,
we don't know why. That is a horrible switch to make.
It doesn't have to be one or the other.
Okay.
I love baseball. I am a huge fan of someone that I hope to be on my fantasy. One of my fantasy teams,
Okay.
my draft is my first draft is tomorrow night as we're recording this. It will already have happened once this episode's out, and I hope to have the guy's jersey that I'm wearing. Can
Andrew is wearing.
Tell me if this is the real.
They could see. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Andrew is wearing my Bryce Harper Phillies jersey.
I love Bryce Harper.
He loves Bryce Harper. I am wearing my Jimmy Rollins Phillies jersey.
I did not like Jimmy Rollins as much as I like Bryce Harper.
Okay, fair enough.
J Roll.
J Roll, my favorite Phil ever. I am actually very excited for baseball. It's opening day is always around my birthday, so that's exciting. And
ridiculous birthday.
I am very excited. I'm excited to watch baseball, and I've actually done, believe it or not. So last year when we did our preview, I was very ho-hum. Like I was expecting pretty much exactly what I thought was going to happen last year is exactly what happened. And I
do this now. I can't do this virtually.
Yeah. But so where I was last year is I had pretty much reached Sixers territory with the Phillies, which is basically, okay, the regular season will be fine, but talk to me come playoff time. And I feel like right now, that's where the rest of the fan base is at. Like I think I was here early on that sentiment.
Yeah,
I think
I
everyone
agree.
has kind of caught up.
Yeah.
But I did that last year, so I'm kind of like excited. Like I know. I guess I don't really have super high expectations, but
for
I'm
the regular,
still...
but you can enjoy the season.
Yes,
This isn't
I'm
like
not,
a 65 win team that you like. Oh, this
yes.
sucks.
So that's the corner that I've turned.
That's
so,
good. That's
like,
good. That's a good corner.
Yes, I don't have high expectations. I expect to watch like a good, fun team in the regular season, and I don't really expect them to do much in the playoffs. But I'm okay with that.
You won't be okay with it while it's happening in the playoffs, but you're okay with it now.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Which is good. That's good, though. It's good perspective.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the negatives 6 months from now. Worry
Yeah.
about the excitement for now.
Yeah.
Baseball season is very fun.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Do you listen to games on the radio ever? Like you'll
Sometimes if I happen to be in the car.
like at the beach or something. Do you do that at the beach?
No.
You should try it. Get out the app. Listen. Radio baseball on the beach is amazing.
I think it's okay. I think it's, some people say that like they would rather listen to the game than watch it. I think that is like the silliest thing.
No.
You would rather listen to the game than watch. So that's the thing.
Oh.
I would rather just watch it on my phone at the beach.
Okay,
right?
but hold on. Here's why. I'd rather watch the game than listen to it. But I'd rather, if I'm at the beach, I think this is a perfect thing because it's a summer thing, especially in your area.
Yeah.
So July July 20th. Let's call it. See, middle of the season. You're not as like super. It's just another game. Like it's
Sure.
called a Saturday.
That's MP's birthday, by the way.
Really?
July 20th, yeah.
Okay. Congrats to him.
It's birthday talk, man.
You're
It's
just
all good.
obsessed with birthdays. I don't even know anyone's birthdays.
Oh, come on.
I don't.
Okay.
I really don't.
Okay.
Side note, I know my birthday, my wife's birthday, my daughter's birthday. I can't tell you. I actually know a couple other people that are like birthdays right around mine, but other than that, I know essentially no one. My parents' birthday, no, don't know. I'm sure my dad's listening right now. He already knows this. I don't know. I don't remember birthdays.
So
I don't value birthdays.
Do you put in like a reminder on your phone?
For certain people that require a reminder because they want me to. Now I have to remind myself about your March 28th.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
You told me like last week.
That's still pretty good for to retain it for a week. It sure wasn't at the top of your mind all week.
I recognized right away that, wow, this is a really like birthday person. Like he'll get like really be really angry if you don't text him. Happy birthday.
Yes, I will shun you.
All right. I got you a birthday gift.
I can't wait.
It's really a gift for the Phillies season and a gift for our 100th episode.
Okay.
It is a very serious, genuine gift.
Oh, God.
And
so it's a gag gift.
for those of you that did not check out whatever episode number it was, the 99, no, not 98, 97 or 98, when we talked about, like, I was criticizing the idea of, like, wrapping gifts.
Yes.
And
Who
you
could
told me
forget?
that I should wrap this gift.
Yes.
I wrapped it in a very, very fun way.
Okay. Let's see it.
Bubble wrap.
Wow.
Can we
All
talk about
right.
why this is great? This bubble wrap is great for a second before you open it.
Why is it great? Well, it's got one piece of tape holding it. I don't even know if it's holding it together. No, it's
It
not.
was until it came out in the pack. We were supposed to record this in person last week.
Look at
I haven't
this.
rewrapped it.
This is great.
Do you know why bubble wrap is great though in this scenario?
In this scenario?
Yeah.
I don't.
Two reasons. One, it's extremely easy to unwrap.
Okay.
You're not, and then you have two kids who I assume will enjoy the bubble wrap afterwards. Can they play it?
If it makes it to them, man, I might pop all these things
No,
myself.
it's for them to pop.
Okay.
All right, this was thought through,
Okay.
and because I had a
But it's
construction.
not their birthday; it's mine, so I could do what I want.
As a
with the
parent,
bubble.
your birthday should be about making them happy.
Okay.
Don't be selfish.
All right.
So, also because I had a construction project in my house recently done, so we have a lot of bubble wrap from things on nonsense, whatever. Who cares?
Wow, look at this. Thank you.
Do you want to? How do you want to do this? You're gonna
I wanna
unwrap
open it. What do you mean?
Open it,
Yeah.
and then reveal it, or open it. How do you want to open it? That's my question.
I'm gonna open it in front of the camera.
All right, go do it.
We're all
Go
gonna
do it.
open it
Go
together.
do it.
So here we go.
100th
All right, look
episode
at this.
gift.
It is. Oh, wow.
So show the camera.
101 reasons to love the Yankees.
There you go.
Good God.
Congrats on 100 episodes, dude.
Wow, what am I gonna do with this? I'm so disappointed. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
What do you think in terms of
I
the
think
quality of the joke?
I think it's a good joke.
Okay.
Good joke.
You
Bad
need,
gift, good joke.
You need to be taught how to love the Yankees. We're leaving this year. I'm going to
Okay.
give this to you. Ooh. I'm going to put this in one of your kids' rooms when you're not
got
looking.
several people that I will dump this off on very soon. I'm already thinking. Whoever wants it, let me know. Text me. I got a lot of Yankees fans,
Again,
friends, and family in my life.
There it is. 101 reasons to
Got the
love the
captain
Yankees.
on the cover, man. Wow, this is great.
And you know who's on the back?
Who?
Do you know how that is?
Give me a hint. Give me a hint.
I got a reminder. Oh, I'll give you a hint. A
Yeah,
hint.
A hint.
He is probably the most beloved Yankee out of people that were born in the 60s through 70s or 50s through 70s.
People who were
Or
born in the 50s through
Maybe even
70s.
40s through 60s. Something like that.
Wow.
He was an all-time
Thurman
great.
Munson.
No. He's an all-time great player before Thurman Munson.
Whitey Ford.
Same time, playing a lot of the same teams.
Reggie Jackson's a black man.
Center fielder.
Center fielder. That's not helpful.
He's probably a top 10 player or 15 player of all time.
Yeah, I don't because
Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I would have got there.
What do you want to put this? Something
the
special.
garbage is right over on
Somewhere
the
special.
No,
Do you think this will convince you to love the Yankees?
No.
Okay. All right. You're still going to love the Phillies, though.
Yes. Well, love is a strong word, but yes. Wow.
I found this in my
Who's this guy?
I found this in my parents' house. I have no idea who that is. Probably the author.
No, that is an old New York Yankee.
I have no idea who that is. So I found this in my parents' house, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh God, this is perfect."
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you
All
ask
right.
your dad if it was okay, or was this yours?
Apparently, it was mine. It was in my old room. Yeah. Okay. Well, you go through it a different time because let's talk
Yeah, I'll go
Phillies.
through it. I'll give you a book report. And
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Yeah. Write me a report.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
We'll do an episode.
We'll
It's Dad's review of the book.
It's actually a fun episode
Yeah.
idea. All right. Phillies. Sorry for those of you that are just tuning in for the Phillies. We're going to get to it right now. Last season, 96 and 66 won the National League East for the second consecutive year. Got the number. Wait. They were the number 2 seed, right? Okay. And they lost to the Dodgers in the National League Division Series 3-1 on, if you want to relive that play, the most devastating play you can have. They lost 3-1. Apparently, though, if it makes you feel any better, Phillies fans feel any better, the Dodgers have said countless times now that the Phillies were the team they were the most worried about.
Oh, God, I don't want to hear that. I mean, Mike.
That's what they've said.
What a friggin' joke that is. Oh, they were so worried about him. They kicked the shit out of him for 4 games. I mean, come on. That was so ridiculous, that series.
Key additions. We're going to talk key additions. We're going to talk key subtractions. We're going to talk projected lineup, position group, rotation, bullpen, X factors. We're going to talk about how they stack up in the NL East and the National League, bold predictions, and season win totals, playoff odds from Fangraphs, things like that. So let's get started.
Okay, let's do it.
Key additions. They didn't make a lot of changes. We just previously did the Mets preview. They made a lot of changes. The Phillies did not make a lot of changes. Key additions, Brad Keller to the bullpen, and Adolis Garcia is the new 1-year free agent outfielder that they bring in. He will also replace Nick Castellanos, who, as we end subtractions, is gone. Released, DFA'd, along with a report that he was drinking in the dugout and was causing a lot of problems in the organization outside of his just pathetic defense and bad offense. So, Ranger Suarez off to the Red Sox. Apparently, Ron Hare Suarez. Max Kepler, he was their Adolis Garcia of last year, essentially. Harrison Bader. And then they brought back a bunch of guys. They brought back Kyle Schwarber, which you weren't very happy about for some reason.
Wasn't?
Because you were like, it's not exciting. They just brought him back.
Yeah, I think
it would have been really upsetting if they let him go.
You're right.
JT Realmuto, which was kind of like their reaction to not getting Bo Bichette. And Jose Alvarado, who was suspended last year, couldn't pitch in the playoffs. They bring him back, and they extended Jesus Luzardo. And just today, as we're recording this, a couple hours before we started recording, they extended Christopher Sanchez as well, keeping that high-end starting rotations locked up. Would you call this the same team, essentially?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of things that are exciting. Brad Keller, good addition. Garcia's fine. I truly think it's just going to be great to never have to watch Nick Castellanos ever again. That's exciting. Yeah. I mean, pretty much exactly the same team. I think that the plan is they're going to have I think they're going to rely on some prospects a little bit more this year than they have in years past, but it's the same core, which is, I felt, like I said before, like I felt not excited for last year. I'm more so excited for this year, even though it's mostly the same.
The prospect rookie they're gonna be relying on is Jordan Crawford the most.
Justin Crawford.
I said Jordan.
You said Jordan.
The basketball player. There's a Jordan Crawford, the basketball player, right?
I
think there was
Jamal Crawford.
I know there was a Jamal, but there's also a Jordan. I think.
Okay.
Anyway, Justin Crawford. Me and names. Carl Crawford's son.
Is he?
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask you that. Oh, good.
Yeah, similar playing style too.
That's great.
Hope for your sake and the Phillies' sake that he's close to as good as his
Carl
dad.
Crawford.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Ray.
That's right. Projected lineup position group. Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper. Awesome top 3. Alec Boehm. You got Marsh, you got Adalis Garcia, you got Stott, you got JT Realmuto, Justin Crawford, Mundo Sosa, and Otto Kemp. It's essentially the same team. You had Crawford, and they made so much anticipation for wholesale changes. Bohm, Stott, and nope, they're back. I'm sure.
I can't believe they're gonna just run it back with Alec Bohm just hitting fourth and fifth all season long. It's like the most unexciting thing that you could do. Like, at least for the thing that I appreciate, like, if the Mets, we did the Mets review. We're not exactly sure whether the Mets got better or worse, but at least they're different. At least there's a lot of things that could potentially be exciting about.
But there's more volatility with that, though.
Yeah, but it's still more exciting.
It's more exciting.
The unknown is more exciting than just the same thing for the fourth straight.
I agree, but that excitement could become like despair in like a month.
Of course. But as we sit today, as we preview the season, it's just not super exciting to have to bring back Alec Bohm to hit fifth again for the fourth straight year, and he's going to hit 12 home runs, and he's going to suck. He's going to play bad defense, and we know what it's going to be.
Everyone, check out our Yankees and Mets season previews on our YouTube and Spotify pages. For the Yankees episode, I brought up when I started with Greg, I said we're previewing the 2026 Yankees, but this could be the 2025 Yankees preview also. Yeah. We can kind of see that here too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So it's not that much different than last year's season preview. That's
correct.
Some things have changed. Expectations for certain players have changed. But the core, Schwarber, Bryce, Trey, I think the expectations are pretty similar.
Another year older,
for sure. I think Justin Crawford could add nice base running aspect, speed.
You know my literally never relying on any kind of positive impact from a rookie or a prospect.
But the guys that were playing the outfield last year, Castellanos, Kemp, Marsh, who am I forgetting?
Castellanos. Say that one more time.
Castellanos, Marsh, Kemp. Who played?
Oh, that awful AAA guy. What was his name? He was so bad.
Which guy? Which guy is it?
He was a. Why can't I think of it right now?
I'm blanking on it too,
yeah.
and I
Johan Rojas.
Rojas,
yes.
Yeah. So
awful.
What he has to be better than Rojas, right?
Sure.
Better than Casti?
Sure.
So it's not that hard. You don't need to believe in him to be this such an impactful player. You just need to believe in him being oh look, he's a fast guy that can steal 20 plus bases, play good defense.
That's what Johan Rojas was. Johan Rojas is a great defender, very fast, very good at stealing bases. Was the worst hitter of all time.
Well,
there's been plenty of iterations of that player for the Phillies.
Okay.
So look, again, my point in saying this is maybe I'm pleasantly surprised, but it's just not. I never ever go into the season banking on that one player. That player last year was Painter, right? Everybody would say, "Oh my God, they're adding Painter to this rotation, and they're going to be so good." It's
well, hold on a second.
Play. He sucked, and then he didn't play, and then he got hurt.
But I'm with you on this. But it's not like this. It's not like Crawford is. They're banking on him, they're relying on him to be some star player for them. They're relying on him to be just a everyday center fielder. It's not.
Yeah, I'm not.
And if it doesn't happen, their other options are going to be fine. It's not like they're not. They don't need him to be. They don't need him to pan out. He could be in AAA most of the season, and it doesn't impact them that much.
They'll be exactly what they were last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without Ranger.
Yeah.
But potentially
Wheeler to start the season.
Well, but potentially with Wheeler when it matters most, which they didn't have last year.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I mean, that's a big deal.
Sure. I mean, if they're able to string together some starts without him to start off the year, then okay.
Okay.
Man, you're getting me like not excited again. I
What?
was all excited, and now I'm pissed off again.
No,
It's not your fault. It's just
I think
as we're
I'm
talking
just
this
listing
out,
the
it's
players on the team.
yeah, that's all it took, man.
The lineup is underrated.
Okay. Here we
No,
go.
really though.
Okay.
What's the reason why people are out on this lineup is because they're bored. They have fatigue. There's this emotional fatigue of like, oh, I get it, like it's the same core, but this core is awesome. Kyle Schwarber is one of the 7 best hitters in baseball. Bryce Harper is not that far behind him, like really close. Trey Turner is a really good player. Alec Boehm is really good against lefties. Really good against lefties. They have that's good. They have a good.
He's not really good again.
He's really good against lefties. Let me look up his stats for you against his lefties.
Alec Boehm was hitting his career.
No. Do you know
Yes,
how many?
70. Came
Okay.
up in 2020, and he has.
So he's
hit
not a home
70.
run hitter. There's other ways to impact.
Yeah, but if you're saying that he's great against lefties, he might be fine against lefties, but he's certainly not hitting home runs off of them.
I'm pulling it up, but okay. So where were we? You distracted me with your hate.
I'm sorry. It happens.
Well, let me just get you the Alec Boehm stats here.
Okay.
Alec Boehm last season versus lefties had a weighted runs created plus of 126. So 26% above league average. Not
We are at the portion of the podcast where you're trying to get me excited for Alec Boehm. For year 6 of Alec Boehm.
he's a
I
very
appreciate your attempts. No one is excited. No Phillies fan is excited to have Alec Boehm.
I understand they're not excited. I understand you guys aren't excited. The point is that the reason you're not excited is because you're bored of it.
Okay.
But if you get past that fatigue of this core, you realize that you have 2 of the best hitters in baseball, and you have another really good player in Trey Turner, and against lefties you have another great hitter. It doesn't have to be against righties, which there's a lot more of, but you have a really good lineup at the top of the lineup. The back end of the lineup, not that good. I don't know. Crawford, like you said, you don't want to bank on him. Stott's not that good of a hitter. He's fine. And there's not a ton to be excited. I think Adolis Garcia we'll get into X factors later, but I think Adolis Garcia, he's a guy that's not that far removed from being really good. He's also more closely removed from being really bad. He's a free swinger. He chases a lot. With guys like that, you get very hot and cold. So if he happens to go through a really hot stretch sometime in the middle of the season, during that stretch, you're going to be like, wow, this guy's awesome. And then he'll go through a terrible stretch and be like, this guy's the worst hitter in baseball. So if you have more of the hot stretches and more of the cold stretches this year, that could be a huge difference for this lineup, because Adolis Garcia at his best is actually a really good hitter. At his worst, he's a really bad hitter. So I don't do that. That doesn't make you feel that much better about it. But
I mean, is he going to be better than Nick Castellanos?
Yes.
That's who he has.
He actually has a very similar profile to Nick Castellanos offensively.
He's got to be a better defender, though.
He's a much better defender.
yeah.
He's a good defender. He's a plus defender.
Good. Okay. Then
But-
great.
But as a hitter, all the stuff you hate about watching Casti, you're going to hate about watching Adolis Garcia.
but at least he's not all the things I hate about watching Casti
Plus,
and
the worst
defender you've ever seen in your life.
And that's true. Yes. He's actually the opposite. He's actually a very good defender.
Great.
A really good arm in the outfield. So
Good.
you're going to like him defensively.
Okay. Getting happy again.
The lineup. One more thing. When you have a couple elite hitters and then you have like around league average hitters around it, overall it's a very good lineup. It's boring. It's the same lineup. I get it. It's not exciting, especially the back end of the lineup, but overall it's a good lineup. Compared to most teams in baseball, it's better than I would say, than 2/3 of the teams. And the heart of the order is awesome. Like top of the lineup's fun.
Okay.
Do Phillies fans not appreciate how good Kyle Schwarber is?
I think they do. Do they appreciate how good he is? Yes, I think they do. I think that they've been disappointed with him the past couple of playoffs, but maybe they don't. Maybe they don't appreciate just how good he is.
I think there's an underappreciation for how good of a hitter he is.
Okay, I think that's probably fair.
Defensively, how they got him better. They got rid of Casti and they added a plus defender and a Dallas. Crawford is probably about equal to Rojas. Not that Rojas. He's better than Marsh's in center field, though. So I think the Marsh-Rojas combo in center field is Crawford's an upgrade from them. And I think now they have extra outfield. Now they have an outfield that can play actually defensively. I think you're going to get... They ran out Schwarber like how many times in the outfield last year?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably around 20, I would think.
Not much.
But enough where it's like he should never be out there.
Of course.
Yeah. So I think not being put in positions where you have to do that, I think they're better they're better defensively in the outfield than the infield are the same.
Yeah. So to answer your question, are they better defensively? Yes.
They are. Not dramatically.
Not astronomically, yeah.
But better. Okay.
We'll take it.
I have here, so I noted that they're something to consider. They're a very well balanced position group. Let me go through this here.
Here we go.
This is just balance of impact players. These are Fangraphs 2026 WAR projections. So what Fangraphs projects their WAR to be? Trey Turner 4.5.
You know I'm a baseball reference guy, dude. I mean, come on, Fangraphs.
Kyle Schwarber 3. Bryce Harper 4. Bryson Stott 3. Alec Boehm 2.5. JTR 2. Crawford 1.7. Marsh and Adalis 1.5 each, and then Soto and Kemp combined for 1. So that's a lot of impact players there. Again, I get it; it's boring, but like you don't want me. I'm just citing Fangraphs projected WAR. That's boring to most people. What does that mean? But those are all plus like impactful players. You put it together, and you have a very good team. Even though like you're looking at me, you're bored. Like that's boring.
Yes. Yeah,
that's boring. I understand, but it's important to point out that the boringness of reliable floor actually is a good thing for at least the regular season. I get that it's boring though. I'm not trying to convince you that you should be thrilled by this, but the perspective is the floor is very high, whereas the Mets, Braves, these other teams have more volatility.
Okay.
I do want to just say about the position group though, they were so close to getting him. Bo would have been so big for this lineup.
Yeah.
So that does suck.
Punch. Total gut punch, dude.
Yeah, the Mets
and
just
who had to come in and like it's such a.
You should blame Kyle Tucker.
I should.
Yeah, everyone blame Kyle Tucker. If he went to the Mets, then Bo would have went to the Phillies. But as a Phillies fan, would you rather have Bo and the Mets have Kyle Tucker, or would you rather the Mets have Bo and you don't have him? That's
a very good question. I think I would probably say that I'd rather have Bo, just because
the Mets aren't your only competition.
Exactly. And they clearly need another bat in their lineup come playoff time who knows how to hit the baseball instead of doing what they do every October.
Yeah, I agree. Bo would have been great for the playoff run specifically. But all season, just like to give them that different type of look, that different type of profile.
They need that. That's the thing. This is why people feel this way. Again, I was here last year, but like their approach in the playoffs just doesn't work. I mean, in 2023, so everybody knows 2022, they went to the World Series. They lost really hard-fought series against the Astros, whatever. Houston was the better team. Then they go back to the NLCS the next year, right? Which is a good game. Game 5 in Arizona. And since then, they've won 2 playoff games since that moment. And every single one of their playoff games looks exactly the same. They get a really good outing from the starting pitcher, and they all forget how to hit the baseball.
By the way, something just happened to the audio as you were saying that.
What was it?
I don't know. Like the audio level just stopped for a second. So some of that was cut off. I don't know why.
Probably not important.
But I agree though. The content I agree with the sentiment that the same approach, the same swing at everything, go for the home run approach. It doesn't work.
It's ridiculous.
It's okay for going for the home run. You just have to have good plate discipline with it.
Of course.
And they do have players that, I mean, they strike out a lot, but Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber are very good plate discipline on base guys. The approach is wonderful if they're hitting big home runs.
Sure.
Like when they had that run to the World
becomes harder
Series.
to do in the playoffs.
I don't know if it becomes harder to do in the playoffs. It just becomes harder to do for 3 straight series.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Like you're going to have a series where you don't hit the 3-run home run.
I don't think that's. I think they have games within series that they do that, but not entire.
Not consistently
series.
for the series. Okay. Okay. I don't disagree with that. I think that's what I think that would have been big. Let's talk pitching. Starting pitching rotation. Chris Sanchez, Jesus Luzardo, Aaron Nola, Taijuan Walker, Andrew Painter, Zach Wheeler aiming for a May return.
Yeah, not super inspired.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a top 5 rotation in baseball.
Well, they're going to be missing Wheeler for the first month and a half.
Even without Wheeler, it's a top
for May,
7 rotation in
aiming
baseball.
for May, I don't really put a ton of stock in that because we see how these rehabs go sometimes. Sanchez is
but
great.
He's coming back from a different time. It's not like he's coming back from like an elbow or arm injury. It's a little bit different.
True. Well, that's what makes me even.
He could always have something like that could come up, especially at his age with his innings over his career. Yep.
Sanchez is great. I love that guy. Luzardo's great. I really enjoyed watching him last year. I expect him to be really good. I actually expect Nola to be much better this year than he was last year. He was just god awful.
I agree.
Painter, I expect
nothing
from. Absolutely
just fine.
not.
That's fair.
I just don't.
I agree. That's a good way to look at it. I wouldn't expect much from him.
He's great, cool, but I literally expect him to be not good.
And Taijuan Walker
might as well not even be there.
And Taijuan Walker, you don't really care about.
Taijuan Walker, don't really care about. Pretty bad. Whatever. Fifth starter, 5th guy to the
fine.
rotation.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
But yeah, the Wheeler thing is huge. I mean, a month of no Wheeler I think it's a big deal.
I don't think you're.
It's
you know
a
how
big
I
deal.
you know how I said you and Phillies. I asked if Phillies fans are underappreciating or undervaluing Schwarber.
Yes.
I think you guys are doing it with, or at least you are with Chris Sanchez. Maybe not all Phillies fans.
No, everybody loves Chris Sanchez.
Like
everybody loves Chris Sanchez.
Like, do you where would you rank him among starting pitchers in Major League Baseball going into the season?
3.
Oh no, I wouldn't even say 3, but I think like top 6 or 7.
Okay.
Like I don't. You
He's
think
great.
You think most Phillies fans recognize this is
yes.
Like this is just a guy who's like undervalued anymore. This is a guy who's legitimate.
Everybody loves Chris Sanchez, yeah. And I think people are excited about Luzardo too. Luzardo was really he had a stretch in the middle. He started off really, really well, and then he had like maybe a month and a half where he was pretty bad.
Yep.
But then since then, he was awesome the rest of the year, and he was awesome in the playoffs. People love Luzardo too. Everybody hates Nola. Like that's just kind of.
I love Nola.
I mean,
hey,
I love Nola in 2018.
I don't have this emotional attachment to the Phillies where I would hate Nola. I get the frustration with Nola. I would expect Nola to be very good, but Chris Sanchez I expect to be one of the best players in baseball.
Yeah.
I expect. So Luzardo, the thing about Luzardo, I think I mentioned this to you before after they extended him on this podcast, but there's certain pitchers in baseball where you just say like, let's take out these 4 or 5 starts, and like you look at their numbers without those starts, and he's like a 2.5 ERA, and this guy's like one of the best pitchers in baseball. But with those 5 like dreadful starts, it's like, oh, he's like a 3.8 ERA guy. So that's kind of what Luzardo's been a lot of his career. He just has these. They happen to be in like usually like 2 different stretches. Like he'll have 3 bad starts in a row, and then later in the season he'll have 2 bad starts, and it ruins his overall numbers. And that doesn't. I'm not saying that as an excuse or like, oh look, he's really good if you take those out, because I think those dreadful starts are probably more impactful than just being consistently very good. But the point is that he has the potential to be an ace. Like he has that talent.
Absolutely.
And I don't think he's young enough. I think that like there's always the chance going into any season where it's like this is the year where he becomes that true ace.
Yeah.
So you have this high end Chris Sanchez You have the potential of Lazardo to be there.
Lazardo is, I would say, of this staff, he's probably my favorite guy to watch.
Okay,
on the team.
That's good. And look,
and it might be Wheeler Nola fatigue, right? Wheeler's been around for 6 years now.
Wheeler's been, and with Wheeler, maybe he doesn't come back right in May. Maybe he's back in June. You have him for the stretch run, and you have him for a potential playoff run. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's been one of the best pitchers in baseball for 10 years now, or whatever, 8 years, whatever it's been. Yep. If Wheeler's back and back to being Zach Wheeler for the playoffs, Wheeler, Sanchez as a 1-2 punch is probably the best 1-2 punch in baseball. It's right there with if the Yankees have a healthy 100% Garrett Cole and Max Fried, and the Dodgers with Yamamoto and Snell, and I don't need to go down the list of teams, but it's an elite 1-2 punch. Lazardo as your 3. This rotation is one of the best in baseball. I think Phillies fans should be really excited about this rotation. And again, Nola doesn't have to be great. Nola could be like a middle of rotation guy, and it works for this rotation. Yep. They're no longer relying on Nola to be a high end starter. That's what they've accomplished by having with Sanchez's rise, with Wheeler coming back, and with Lazardo, with the Lazardo move last offseason. So I got some Sanchez numbers for you.
Okay.
Last year, 32 games started, 202 innings pitched, a 58 ERA minus. That's adjusted, so that's 42% better than the league average in terms in regarding ERA. A 61 fielding independent pitching adjusted, which is 40% better than league average. A 1.06 WHIP, a 226 average against, 9.5 K per 9, and this is maybe the most impressive one, or among the most impressive ones. His strikeout to walk 4.82, so essentially 5 strikeouts per walk. Incredible control, great strikeout, great command. From 2024 through 2025, the last 2 seasons, Sanchez ranks among all major league starters. WAR, second. Quality starts, 6 innings, minimum of 6 innings, 3 runs or less. 5th. Strikeouts, 13th. Adjusted ERA, 3rd. WHIP, 12th. Strikeouts per 9, 21st. And innings pitched, 3rd. So, we already mentioned it, but we already talked about it. He's an ace. And they have potentially a 2-headed ace with Wheeler coming back. So, you mentioned that you think Nola, you actually expect him to be better than he was last year, which was brutal. He was awful last year. Yeah. What do you think is like, what would make you happy with Nola's season?
Yeah, so he was awful last year, but even though he's frustrating and we all have Nola fatigue because he's been here for 10 plus years, like, he's still good. He's not an awful pitcher, even though at times he can look awful. And he's been around for a while, and a lot of times he just, people don't like Nola because he never kind of took that next step. Like 2018, he was really good, but he never got into that elite tier pitcher. So now that he's still a good pitcher, even though he's not as good as he used to be, like he's not 6.5 ERA bad. Like, he's gonna be fine. So if they get, a 4.25 ERA version of Nola as
that's
your
reasonable.
4th or 5th starter, like, yeah, absolutely, I think he could do that.
I think that's. I would expect better than that, but I think that's reasonable. Okay.
Yeah, as the 4th starter, I think that's fine.
I know you don't believe in Painter. You don't believe in prospects. That's your thing. Okay. I got something for Phillies fans that want to believe. So I'm talking to all the audience now. Ignore him for a second.
Everybody agrees with me, man.
He's a year removed. He's 1 year further removed from Tommy John surgery. Last year, his results in the minors were terrible. He was destroyed. It takes a lot of pitchers time to come back from Tommy John. Their command's off, the spin's off. They just don't. They're not the same pitcher, and because they haven't been pitching for a year. So, if you want to hope or dream for a Painter to finally reach that, like, the hype that once was. That's something I would hang my hat on. Is he's a year removed from Tommy John. This was not that far removed from being a top prospect in baseball or a top pitching prospect. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. He's like slotted in as a back end of a great rotation. If it works out, then this rotation is even better somehow. So there's not much risk here. There's not much to lose. There's just upside.
I mean, I guess, sure.
If you need another starter, like a back end starter, you go get one at the deadline. It's not. There's not much to lose. There's a lot to hope for. If it doesn't work out, it's fine.
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
I guess it's fine. I mean, yeah. I don't really know how you want me to react to that. Like,
I want you to say I'm in on Painter.
No, I will never say that ever.
Bet on him to win the Cy Young.
Absolutely not. I will bet on him to be awful. That is my bet, and if I am pleasantly surprised, then I'll be very happy. But I do not think he's good, and I don't expect him to be good. And like that's just how I feel, and I've been proven right so far. So it's not even like, here's the thing, it's not even like he came up and he was like, you know, the Painter thing. It's not as if he had like, you know, half of a good season in the majors and then he got hurt. Like he's never been good in the majors. In fact, he's always been awful, and then he got hurt. So he was awful, then he got hurt. I don't expect him to be good after that start. Again, hope I'm wrong, but I just I feel as though I've been this philosophy of mine. I mean, maybe I don't know. I feel like it works out more often than it does not.
Yeah, of course it does, because prospects are mostly going to fail or flop.
Sure, yeah.
Because there's just so many prospects and only so many major leaguers, especially like impact major leaguers.
Yeah.
Okay, so bullpen. This is exciting. You got Duran, who's
great,
an elite reliever. Awesome stuff. You got Alvarado, throws really hard, has some control issues at times, but overall it's been really good. You've liked him as a Philly reliever.
Fan. Yep.
Brad Keller they added, who was a failed starter that was moved to the bullpen and had a great season last year.
Looked good in the WBC.
He looked good in the WBC.
Yep.
And then Orion Kirkering, who I was high on last year. I still believe in the pitcher. Obviously, we know that he had. Do you think the Phillies should have moved on from him?
No, I don't think it matters.
Do fans hate him?
No.
Do they feel bad for him?
Yes.
But
I hate him.
But you should hate him.
I want him off my team.
He ruined the season.
He
did end the season.
He ended it, but it wasn't his fault.
It was his fault.
It was not his fault.
That play was his fault.
The play was his fault.
Yeah.
But the reason
entire elimination, they probably would have lost the series without that play.
I blame the lineup 1,000 times more than I blame
in that specific game.
Yeah,
that's rough. I don't know
why.
Because
they scratched.
He
one
threw
run
away
across.
the season.
They scratched. So what?
They were,
dude. Listen. The bats were so cold in that game.
Yeah, but so was the Dodgers bats.
I get it. No, okay. But like, I don't know, if they get out of that inning, I have no confidence that they're going to score a run. Like, it's all of the pressure was on the Phillies pitching staff. It was all on the Phillies pitching staff. So
I agree, but
you can't scratch one run across in a playoff game and expect to win.
Yeah, you're right to blame the offense, but that game specifically. I mean,
it was just that play.
Anyway,
yes.
Orion Kirkering is Orion. He's a really good reliever.
I think so too.
And I think you add him to the other three that I mentioned. That's four really good high leverage relievers. Yeah. I think that's a really good bullpen. Just go into the season with always being able to add more at the deadline. I think that's one of the best bullpens in baseball. And I think for the Phillies, who have, I think, over the years not have had a great bullpen.
So high on the Phillies, dude. This is not good. Look at you.
Fighting Phils.
Yeah.
Fighting Phils.
It sounds so awkward coming from you. Fighting. It's fighting.
Fighting?
No, fighting.
I don't know. I can't.
Fighting.
I have no rah-rah in me. I don't know.
Yeah,
especially not for the Phillies.
Okay.
Even though I'm trying to for you.
Yeah, no, you're doing your thing, man.
I'm an adopted Eagles fan.
And now you're an adopted Phillies fan. You like the Phillies in the National League.
Yeah, I do. I like Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber a lot, and I like Aaron Nola.
Okay, good.
No, so
And you hate the Mets, so you want to see the Mets get crushed.
there's one team in New York.
Yeah.
Okay. Biggest question marks for the Phillies. Is this course stale or just underappreciated?
Probably a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Okay. Are they better than last year?
No, they are not.
Did they kill the clubhouse cancer by DFAing Nick Castellanos?
It seems that way, but I guess we'll never know. Everybody loved Castellanos in 2022.
Yeah,
so it's, you couldn't have been that bad of a guy.
What will it take for the Phillies fans to get excited about this team? Is there a certain start, like, oh, they started 10-0, or they're at the All-Star break and they're in first place in the NL East? Like, what is there anything that get excited, or is it just like, well, they'll lose in the playoffs stuff?
No, I think a couple things I think the biggest thing that would get Phillies fans excited is a very good Bryce Harper season, because we haven't really had one in, a year or two, and a lot of it's been injuries and this and that, but he has not been, when did he win the MVP? And I guess it was a while ago at this point.
It was a long time ago now, yeah. He's been really good, but
21.
he hasn't hit for power. He hasn't hit for power in a long time.
Right. So I think a great Bryce Harper season, maybe start, would get everybody really excited. And I think, again, I'm not banking on it, but if some of these prospects turn out and they are a really good lift to the team, I think that would also get people very excited.
All right, he's back. He's back. So Bryce Harper will get the Phillies excited. Phillies fans excited.
Yes.
Let's talk X factors. Let's
do it.
All right. I have Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler. Now,
you do?
This is kind of. Is this a fair X factor? Do you think this should not be allowed? Is Zach Wheeler an X factor?
I don't think he is. I think there's one super obvious answer. Did you just not try to go with the obvious one?
What's the obvious one?
It's Garcia.
So I just don't. I probably because I don't view him as like a guy who's going to be really good. I have a hard time seeing that even realistically happening. I think he's going to be a good defensive outfielder, and he's going to hit homers. He's going to have a terrible on base. He's going to strike out a lot, and I just think that's based on his profile. That's who he is. So, but I guess if he were to revert to whatever it was 3 years ago, and he puts up an 850 OPS, then sure, yeah, you can say that would be a huge difference. I just don't even think that's within the realistic spectrum of possibilities.
Okay. Fair enough.
But he's your X factor. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that would make a big difference in the lineup.
Sure.
For sure. The reason I had Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola is because I think Nola's at the point now where he's not viewed as that ace and realistically expected to be an ace, but I think it's still there, and I think he could still be a high-end starting pitcher. And if he were to do that, and Wheeler was to come back and be back to like Zach Wheeler, like top 3 starting pitcher in baseball, or top 4 starting pitcher in baseball, because there's a top 3 that I think is probably not going to be. I think the Skubal Skeens crochet top 3 in baseball is pretty much in their own tier. That it would be hard. I can't imagine really realistically anyone catching them this year. But if Zach Wheeler was a top 5 starter and Aaron Nola was a top 10 starter, to go with Chris Sanchez, who was like a top 10 starter, I think that would just make the Phillies just incredible. It would be absurd how good that pitching rotation would be. I kind of believe in Nola being this elite starter again more than I believe in Adolis Garcia being an elite or a great hitter again.
Yeah. Elite starting pitcher? No. He could be a good starting pitcher. Maybe even a very good starting pitcher, but definitely not elite. He will never be. I mean, he will never be better than the 4th pitcher on this staff. He's not going to be elite. He's not going to be better than Wheeler, Luzardo, or Sanchez.
I can definitely see him being better than Luzardo.
Oh, I can't.
Fangraphs projects Nola for 180 innings and a 4.12 ERA.
Oh, I'd take that all day.
I don't know. Going to age 33 season. Yeah, I'm not out on him being an ace again.
Okay.
I'm not.
That would be amazing. That would get people excited.
That's why it's
But
an X factor.
Right. But it's just so out of the realm of possibility that.
Let's talk about how they stack up in the NL East and the National League in general. So,
Oh boy.
you know where I stand on this, right?
Oh boy.
Do you know where I stand on this? Based on our Mets preview
you
and this?
probably think that they're the best team in the NL East or the second best team in the NL behind the Dodgers.
I
think you're nuts.
I love their floor. I think their floor. The rest of the Mets, Braves, a lot of volatility. A lot of the other teams in the National League, there's a lot of volatility. The Brewers, the Padres, I think the floor of this core roster and their starting pitching gives them such a high floor that I feel more comfortable banking on them to be a really good team, to win the division than any of these other teams. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if any of those other teams are better than the Phillies this year. I would be just as not surprised if any of those teams were much worse than the Phillies this year. So that's why I like the Phillies. I just like the floor. I trust the floor because they didn't make a lot of changes, because they have a core that's reliable and trustworthy in their performance. Schwarber and Bryce Harper and Trey Turner are all they could be relied on to be really good. Different levels of really good. And I look at Chris Sanchez, I say the same thing. If Wheeler's back healthy, same thing. The bullpen, I just trust the Phillies core and the Phillies floor to be high. So that's why I like the Phillies more than the Mets and the Braves. And then as a whole, yeah, the Dodgers are significantly better than them. They haven't gotten close. The Dodgers got better. The Phillies haven't necessarily gotten better.
You don't even have to mention them. It's like they're just not.
They're on their own level.
So,
I agree. And then okay. So yes, I think they're right there with everyone else as potentially being the second best team in the National League. I'm not necessarily going to predicting them as to be the second best in the National League, but they're right there with everyone going into the season. I like them more than the Mets. The Braves ceiling I like more than the Phillies, but the Braves have a lot of injuries in spring training. They've had Austin Riley. He's had 2 down seasons. There's a lot of what ifs. Acuna came back last year, but was like careful. He didn't run as much. There's a lot of what ifs with the Braves. Chris Sale's health. Where for the Phillies, I just trust them a lot more.
Okay, fair enough.
Where are you predicting the Phillies to finish in the division?
Third,
behind
Yes.
the Mets and the Braves.
yes.
Okay. Are you worried about the Marlins?
No.
I think you should be.
Oh no.
No, I don't actually think that.
Okay.
I think the Marlins actually aren't that bad, but I don't think they're going to compete with the Phillies.
Okay.
I think they'll be competing with the Mets.
Okay.
Okay. Bold predictions, hot takes?
Hit me.
You have?
No.
You want me to just give them?
Yeah. You're much more accurate than me, and you're gonna be.
Okay. I have 3. Oh, you don't look at the screen.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Do you think that? Well, let me ask you this: do you think?
You can look at me, just don't look at the screen.
No. Well, I can't. You're kind of near the screen, so
You can't. You don't have the discipline.
So, do you think that my take of them finishing third? Do you think that's a hot take?
No.
You don't.
No, I think it's
Okay.
I think the odds have them that they're finishing third,
Oh well, there you go.
which we're going to get into.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Dombrowski
Gets fired.
will make a big trade deadline splash to upgrade the lineup.
Oh God, that is a bold claim.
That is. They
dude.
have.
He never does that.
He hasn't done it.
No, he
did it for
refuses to.
He did it for the bullpen last year, but he hasn't done it for the offense.
Right, but come on. I mean, how big of a splash can you make in the bullpen? It's like
I mean,
Duran's great. We love him. But if that's like your claim to that's his claim to fame as his
well, he did it for the bullpen, so he. It's my bold prediction. The fact that I'm saying they're going to need to do that also suggests that I'm not as high on them as you think I am. If I was so high on them, they wouldn't need to make a big splash.
All right.
I think the lineup can really use a fourth best hitter.
Yes, but they've needed that for 4 years now, and they haven't gotten it. So.
That's why it's a bold prediction. It's gonna happen this year.
That's why I said that is a very bold prediction.
We're gonna come back to this. You're gonna be like, wow, you're right again. Last year I said Schwarber's gonna hit 50+ homers. I was right about that.
Yes, you were.
I was wrong about Andrew Payton starting a playoff game.
Yes, you were.
But I was right about the Phillies winning the division last year. So, second bold prediction and hot take for the Phillies 2026 season. Christopher Sanchez will finish in the top 3 in NL Cy Young. I don't know if that's such a hot take, though.
Yeah, didn't he? I think he finished second last year. So
Did he finish second?
I don't know. I think he might have.
I don't.
That's not a
that's
very
not
hot
really.
take.
We won't count
that is a cold take.
That's not cold. Jesus Luzardo will set career best in innings pitched, WAR, and adjusted ERA.
Okay.
That's it. Those are my takes.
All right. Not as hot as your Mets ones.
What was my Mets one? Oh, we don't need to do that now.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Season win totals and playoff odds. Fangraphs has the Phillies win line at 87.9.
Perfect. That is exactly where I would put it.
Yeah.
I said 88, yeah.
Playoff odds at 71.5%, division 26.5%, and World Series 5.5%.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think division 26.5%? Too low?
No, I think that's pretty much spot on.
Playoff odds, I feel like higher than 71. You'd be surprised if they missed the playoffs, right?
I would be surprised, but I wouldn't be shocked.
I'd be very
I don't think
surprised.
they're that good. And you just rattled off 8 other National League teams that have the potential to be really good. So you named half of the National League in that list.
The thing is
the
that
Giants and the Reds and all those teams you named. That's like half the National League, dude. So no, I would not be shocked if they missed the playoffs. I'd be surprised, but I wouldn't be shocked.
I'd be very surprised if they missed the playoffs.
Okay.
Like entirely missed the playoffs. I just think the floor is too good. I can't really imagine this team winning less than 86 games, 85 games.
Okay.
Which will get you a third wild card.
Yeah, is that
spot.
what's been since they came out with the third wild card? What is that?
Like mid 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think last year the Reds got in at 83 wins.
Wow.
So let me double check that. The Reds last year made it at 83 and 79. Last wild card spot. So I think somewhere between 83 and 85.
Okay.
Get you in the playoffs.
All right. Good.
Come on. 85 wins? You think they're going to win less than 85 games?
Yeah, maybe.
Nah, come on.
Come on, man.
They're going to win 90.
Okay.
89 or 90.
Fangraphs disagrees with you.
Fangraphs disagrees with me about a lot of these standings. Disagrees with me about the Yankees too, which I'm not going to talk about right now. We can talk about it a different time. But anything else?
That's it, man.
2026. Oh, best case and worst case scenarios. You go first.
Best case scenario is, they win 95, 96 games. They win the division. They're the 2 seed in the National League. And, I would say making it to the NLCS is their best. I mean, their best case scenario is that they win the World Series. But realistically, getting to the NLCS is, I think, what this team could realistically accomplish. And the worst case scenario is that, they bottom out and they are awful and they finish in 4th in the division and all the old guys get hurt and the prospects never pan out to anything and Garcia sucks and everything is awful and the Mets and Braves are really good and they are just sitting in October or November of 2026 having no idea what to do from there.
Wow. Okay, you ready for mine?
Yeah.
You're gonna get annoyed. You ready?
Here we go.
Best case scenario: 110 wins. No, I think the best case scenario is. I'll give some details with it.
Alec Boehm hits a career high 13 home runs.
Bryce Harper, another great season. He hits more like 30 home runs. His first 30 home run season since 21 maybe. Mm-hmm. Kyle Schwarber hits another 45 plus homers. He's again one of the best hitters in baseball. Adolis Garcia is a slightly above league average hitter. Alec Boehm's very good against lefties. He's fine enough against righties. Bryson Stott's a league average hitter. JT Realmuto has a little bit of a bounce back renaissance season. He actually puts up like a 115 WRC plus. He's actually a very good hitter. Obviously, the pitchers still love working with him. Justin Crawford steals 25 bases, puts up a 330 on base. He looks like his dad did, at least as a young player. Hits 280, for those of you that are into batting average. And the pitching, Christopher Sanchez, top 3 pitcher in the National League.
How many wins?
18.
Oh, whoa! Let's go.
Zach Wheeler comes back in May. He, by August, is back to being one of the best pitchers in baseball. No, by August.
I know.
He comes back in May, and by August, he's back in one of the best.
Yeah, if that's the case, they're going to be awful.
Okay.
They can't afford to have 3 months of subpar.
Why?
Because they're not that good.
Okay, there they are. Their pitching is. Anyway, by August, he's back to be one of the best pitchers in baseball, which is when it's most important for him to be. Nola has a bounce-back year, 3.5 ERA.
There we go.
Luzardo's really good. He has the best season of his career. Painter makes 23 starts, puts up a adjusted ERA of 105, so 5% below league average. Duran's amazing. Alvarado's amazing. Keller shows he's for real in the bullpen. The bullpen's great. Kerkering is great. The Phillies win 97 games. The Phillies go into the playoffs with a ridiculous rotation. Wheeler, Sanchez, Nola, and Luzardo. They add an impact bat at the trade deadline. They have 4 legitimate star-level players in the lineup, in the position group. They upset the Dodgers in the NLCS with that rotation. And they go to the World Series, and they lose in the World Series.
To the Yankees.
To the Mariners. Okay. That's my best-case scenario. I was joking. The best case, they win the World Series in that scenario. I was just messing with you. The worst-case scenario is almost everything I just said doesn't really work nearly as well as I suggested. Harper is a good player, but he spends a lot of time on the IL, doesn't hit for power. Schwarber's the only one I feel like I can't see him not being great. Trey Turner takes a step back defensively. He had he was on the decline for a few years defensively. Last year he had a great bounce back year defensively. He takes a step back. He spent some time in the IL. Wheeler is either comes back, doesn't come back, or he comes back and he's just not the same as he once was. Nola's just brutal again. The bullpen outside of Duran's just not good. Crawford is in AAA. He sucked. They don't make a big splash at the deadline. And they win 85 games, get a third wildcard spot, and lose early in the playoffs. Worst case scenario.
Okay.
All right.
Everyone. So you think worst case scenario, they still make the playoffs?
Yes. I'm high on the Phillies. Sistad's down on the Phillies. He started out excited, and I got him.
Yeah, you got me
by just
less
talking
excited.
About the team.
Yes.
But talking them up. I got you less excited. Yes. What if it was the opposite? What if I was like, oh, they're horrible? You'd be like, oh, I'm excited now.
I might.
Everyone,
you're putting false hope and expectations.
False hope. Everyone, tell us what you think in the comments. Give us a like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Philly pride insists that's all. Andrew rapping and Wild Bulls. Together they talk sports and dreams. Right behind the scenes. It seems Philly versus NY. Who the call? Who's the greatest? Who will fall with this rivalry? Loud and clear. Join the chat. It's time to cheer. Sports and culture all in one. Catch the fire, feel the fun. Andrew, Sis, that Brad unite. Philly and Y in the spotlight.